it's Rachel and today I'll be explaining how I made this polymer clay wedding cake topper. I had the privilege of making this figurine last month in October for my manager's sister who got married. It was definitely one of the more challenging pieces I've ever made because I personally am not very good at making chibis and people, but I'm super happy with how it turned out in the end. So in this video I'm going to show you some photos I took while I was making the topper so you can get a rough idea of how I put it together. The first thing I did was I drew up a sketch of the bride and groom based on some photos that were given to me before the wedding, and I referred back to this sketch throughout the process of making it. I then mixed together the skin tones and hair colours that I wanted. Next I shaped both the heads and created indents for the eyes. I also stuck them onto toothpicks so they were easy to handle. Finally, for the heads, I added the hair as well as all their facial details. Then I began to make the bride's dress, so I created a foil base and covered this with scrap clay. Then using strips of white clay, I then began to attach layers of material onto the base of the dress. Next, I made her torso or upper body and connected this to the base of the dress using liquid clay and a toothpick, which will help support it. I then added some texture and extra details to the upper part of the dress. To make the base of the wedding cake topper, I just rolled out a large sheet of white clay. Then I added some liquid clay and stuck on the bride's body. To make the groom, I started off with the torso and then added the legs using liquid clay again. I added him to the base, gave the bride her other arm and then linked their arms together. Next, I pulled out the toothpick from each head to secure them, and then I stuck both heads onto the figurine. I placed the topper onto my baking tray when it was finished and then baked it in the oven. So in the oven, as the piece heated, the groom actually fell over and ripped both their arms off, which is kind of funny, but then I had to fix it, of course. So what I did was pull them out of the oven halfway through baking when I noticed what had happened. I then quickly did a repair by making two new arms and connected these back onto the bodies. And then I put them back into the oven to finish curing. So after that dramatic event, they were finally all finished. I of course glazed it and then I added some white glitter to the top of the dress, but I didn't take any photos of these steps because I thought they were fairly simple to do. All up, I probably spent about 10 to 12 hours on the whole topper over a period of 3 days. I didn't actually go to the wedding, but I've included some photos that other people have taken from their wedding day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!